Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I think... Are we just starting now? Alright, looks like we've already taken a couple actions. Alright, yeah, sorry. I thought the stream was live before it actually was. So we're going into round 3 now. We have Wojii here playing the Qi'ra green versus ioucounoujr playing Ray Red. The regional governor here called Super Laser Technician. It looks like we have a second resupply coming down for Wojii to get that ramp really going. So sorry for I guess the abrupt start because I thought the stream was live earlier. But this is still game 1 as top 16 of the Take the Initiative League season 4. Qi'ra's been a very discussed deck. I think she's one of the better leaders in set 2, so I'm excited to see her in action for the first time. And it looks like trading restore. So the Ray player here has gotten out to a big lead and has forced the deploy of Qi'ra early. So this Qi'ra can walk over anything or trade with the K2. I imagine, or just go to base. Yeah, that works. And Crate Dragon in hand for the Ray player. That could be relevant. Oh, sorry. When I said another resupply earlier, I meant the first one. He didn't play it on turn 2. He played the Star Viper. So there we go. K2 trades with Qi'ra there, which is kind of rough because Qi'ra didn't get to walk over any of the other units. And 5 coming down for Barrage would clear this. But you don't really care that much about the regional governor right now. And it's going to be Gideon coming down, likely clearing the Yoda. Solid. Another card looks like Pillage. Pillage is actually could be big here. This Ray player has the chance to start taking over this game, really. Starboard needs damage from Qi'ra. Oh yeah, that is right. Thanks for catching that. And that is relevant, especially because of Tarkin Town. Well, Tarkin Town was already online for Gideon, so Gideon survives now. Okay, so he's gonna go Daring Raid first, yeah, because you don't want to get Gideon to get the experience. And it looks like K2 instead of Pillage. The Ray player's going slow here. And Vader coming down. That's a good out to the K2. And it looks like our Ray player's considering resourcing this Pillage. This is the Ray flip turn, which is big. Here comes the Vader. Ooh, any number of things could come down. It's the Pike Sentinel. Could have gone with, or yeah, I might have gone with Client there, but Pike Sentinel is solid. And he is going to run over the K2. I'm probably choosing discard here if I'm the right player. And ooh, goes for a barrage, not Rival's Fall. Interesting. Pillage timing is too early or too late. I think Pillage was right on time. I think he could have played Pillage last round and it would have been pretty good. Even like this round, like, I mean, I think he's going to. He doesn't really have another play. And that is going to be... Or I guess he could Rivals Fall the Vader. And he's going to do that. And that just sort of makes sense because the Vader could just walk over the Ray. Ooh, Lompike going into the Smuggle row. And he does have Smuggle, so he could come out for 5 here. Goes for the Rivals Fall onto the Ray. Kylo can come out here. Or Pillage. And he goes for Kylo. Just 2 more turns until that Krayt Dragon can hit the board. I might resource Snoke here. Snoke doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot for you. Maybe a Super Laser Blast also. Yeah. Ooh, resources of the Rivals Fall there. That could be big. Oh, decides against it. And here comes the Avenger, and now he's glad he kept that Rivals Fall, I bet. And I think this is the Krayt Dragon turn, if I'm not mistaken. Unless he decides against it, but yeah, it looks like he is deciding against it and going for Pillage to clear the way, and then probably dropping Poe. Poe can take out, or no, you have to have initiative, but Poe theoretically could take out Snoke if he gets an attack into him. But if he doesn't, then he will die. Alright, but goes for the Pillage. And that is all 3 barrages discarded now. And another regional governor. Let's see. What's it going to be? Power of the Dark Side. Oof. Well, I mean, Snoke can just walk over the governor, so I'm not hugely concerned about that. Here comes Poe. Ooh, he's not thinking about the Krayt Dragon. If you're thinking about the Krayt Dragon there, I'd probably just claim and walk over Poe. And here we go. There's the Long Pike. And we're going into a new round. Because, yeah, none of these things deal with Crate Dragon. Because the Crate Dragon can come out and it's an 8/8. Crate Dragon at this point isn't even like that threatening because, okay, wow, it looks like the Ray player here is playing this Crate Dragon very carefully. Like, he does not want to risk it getting Power the Dark Sided. Okay, Avenger is big. It is one of in the list. Yeah, yeah. Like it makes sense. Like to be cautious. And you're not really under like a ton of threat, or you weren't until now. Like now, this is pretty threatening. But now, like he's gonna regret waiting for so long because he's now taking just a ton of damage here. Yep, and we're just going to game 2. And that Crate Dragon never hit the board. Sometimes you can't be too cautious. Or you can be too cautious. It behooves you to not be too cautious. And Wojii taking game 1. Let's take a look at the list while they're siding. This is Wojii's list. It looks pretty much like a Krennic deck, but let's see. But different with Qi'ra. In the sideboard, he's got more like bigger stuff for the late game. He's also got Palpatine's Return, which I think could be really fun to see. He's not running Mauls, unfortunately, so the only targets that are forced, it looks like, are Vader and Snoke. But even just being able to target like an Avenger or something is pretty strong. And then, oh, sorry. It looks like I'm gonna just I'm gonna show you the Ray list real quick. Go and take a look at it because it looks like they are about to get started in game 2 already. So, all right, game 2. Sorry. In Regional Governor, he called Super Laser Technician last time. We'll see if he calls Resupply this time. He called Super Laser again, and again it is Resupply that is in the hand. Well, to get out to the ramp start and playing the A-Wing here from the Ray player. And you can now use Ray to pump the A-Wing, which could be really strong. And Scout Blake just going to base there. He does have the takedown to just clear the A-Wing, which I think is what I would do here. You don't want to take a bunch of damage there. Yep. Takedown and Rey for going pillage, it looks like. Alright, so I think that we had a slight sequencing error there from the Rey player. So if your plan was to go experience and then play open fire, like you should have done the open fire first to play around the Qi'ra ability. Because now, like, you either have to let that scout trooper live or like use your Tarkin Town to clear it. And he decides to let it live. And did he just scoop? Or no, it looks like he's just having hand trouble. Okay. Huh. And there's that Crate Dragon again. We'll see if it actually makes an appearance. There's Death Trooper to clear out the governor. And Pillage coming down. That's big. Keeps the Rival's Fall in hand. Rey is flipping next turn. Qi'ra could flip this turn, but it looks like he is not doing that. Ooh, Force Throw. So Qi'ra is going to have to be the out to the Rey. And who do you resource here? That is a tough question. I think you got to keep going, but it sucks to lose both these cards. And it looks like he does not resource. And that's a big opening for the Rey player to start catching up. Power of the Dark Side just going to clear the Rey. Doesn't even have to use the Qi'ra. Here's Poe. And the Qi'ra does come down into the Poe. And decides to trade herself instead of being greedy, which I think makes sense. And here comes Kylo. Vader here can quickly equalize the board for Wojii. And here he comes. And, yep, he does get the Death Trooper. So that does trade with the Kylo. This is one of those areas where you definitely prefer Vader to Maul. Because Vader would survive that attack, Maul would not. Maul would guaranteed get the kill, but he would not survive. Let's see. We count resources. 3. We're still a resource away from the turn where Crate Dragon can come down. But these Death Troopers are applying a lot of pressure to the board. And Wojii's going to drop an Avenger here. So Avenger clears out the Poe. And Crate Dragon can come down, but it might just be too little too late. Wojii successfully able to put pressure on the base early. And like a lot of that came down to the sequencing misstep from the open fire. That was 6 damage that came out of nowhere. And it looks like Wojii is going to take it. Congratulations, Wojii. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations, Wojii, for taking it down with Qi'ra. There will be more coverage of this tournament tomorrow and continuing on in the future. Let's take a look at the bracket wall. We're here, and I'm going to update that game we just played. So we had 7 Ray players making it into the tournament. So far, it looks like 3 of them have made it on. We have tomorrow's game. I know we're playing between You Can Call Me Al and Faith. That's going to be Sabine Green versus Han Red. That might be on this channel. It might be on Prairie Pirate's channel. I'm not sure. And then I don't believe we have the last Cassian versus Ray Green decks. I don't think we have their game scheduled yet. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for tuning in. And remember to take the initiative.